I'm about to show you next is the Illuminati card game. And this first picture here is the Church of Middle America. They'll never get it. Even when the saucers are flying overhead, they'll never get it. Pentagon card, you have the population reduction card, okay, and you see what happened on 9/11. Take it, this is the money at the time. This money was published from mid-90s, 95 to about 2005. And this is what it showed. It shows something different on it. If you fold it the same way, you make them into airplanes, the denominations, and you see the towers fall. Okay, then after that, you're going over to the 10, 20, and 100. If you make it into a smaller plane, you see the Pentagon fall. Now I'm going to take you over. This is Jason Aldean. Jason Aldean is a singer, and he is connected with the shooting in Las Vegas. He was on stage, and then he's singing his song, and then you hear the gunshots being played over the speakers louder than his drum sets. Okay, this is the Vegas card. Now I'm going to take the Vegas card next to Mr. Aldean's arm, and I'm going to show you. Notice the blackjack cards. Okay, you got Ace of Spades, Jack of Spades. Two of the same. Okay, notice the peach with the line it. Also notice the girls behind. Okay, and you look up, you see the black and the red like the roulette table, but what that is a black sun. Okay, the roulette table. Also notice you see on the top of the roulette table like gunshots being fired, like just like if you watched it. And also notice the two holes in the roulette wheel. They're in two black spaces. Now this next picture, what you're seeing is how the windows were shot out for the Vegas gun shooting, just the same as on that roulette wheel. Well, this is how these Illuminati the card game works, and it shows you the future in the cards. It shows you the past. It shows you the present. Not the past. I mean the past, meaning in the 80s and 90s and early 2000. Okay. All right. Here's what I'm going to show you. This is a card from the Illuminati card game that came out back in 1981 by Stephen Jackson Games. This is the Irish Flu card. And I'm going to take you through what you see in the image, and then I'm going to read the caption that's below it. First, the Irish Flu. Okay. The Irish Flu, if you know about World War II, there were two men that did all the acting for Adolf Hitler, named Himmler and Reinhardt. Himmler and Reinhardt had a plan. Their next stage of the plan during World War II was an attack on Ireland. And that never did happen during World War II. Next, I'm going to take you to what you see in the image. You see a man that looks just like Joe Biden, dresses in the same attire, purple jacket, red tie, has the same white hair. He's holding a thermometer to measure temperature, of course, when you're sick. Then I want you to look at the desk, and there's captions that are on each one of those inboxes. All right, first notice in the very middle, in yellow, it says President. What is Joe Biden? He is the president. If you look to the right, you see that red, it says in the inbox. And if you know about Joe Biden's presidency before he got elected, it says if Joe Biden gets elected, he's going to have a big to-do list. And then you see that third box on the left-hand side, and it says out, and meaning nothing is in there, nothing's getting done. Also, what I want you to look up, a very important thing, is that clock. That clock, it says 4:45. 4:45 in ancient Greek. Now, ancient Greek, if you know, numbers have definitions. Numbers have meaning, and 4:45 means a struggle for freedom, that there be challenges for your freedom. That's what that means. All right, now I'm going to take you to the card's caption and see what is written inside here. Okay, put this card on top of any personality in play. The victim loses his action token and cannot get another one this turn. Killing the victim gets rid of the flu. Otherwise, at the beginning of the next turn, the victim becomes immune, and its owner passes the flu to any non-immune personality in play. Okay, so initially, we saw at the hospital the media saying that there was long lines, but the cameras that were there, like individuals like you and me, would go there and see that there was nobody there, and it was promoted. Okay, promoted that there was a disease, but you would see drill in progress every time that you went to the hospital, and nobody there. Why? Because there was nothing there. However, people come in and they get the vaccination. Okay, and what happens? It says one, killing the victim gets rid of the flu. You hear a lot of people dying after they got their vaccination. And then, read again, at the beginning of the next turn, the victim becomes immune, and its owner passes the flu on to any non-immune personality in play. We got the Delta variant. Very important to know what's going on in this world. I have other videos. Be sure to watch them. This is Joe Biden, a Joe Biden Illuminati card. Came out in 1981. We're in a predetermined system. There's only one thing that can help you, folks, and that is the knowledge of God. And I don't mean in any church. You need to open up the book, the Bible, the Quran, whatever God leads you to, and read it. Seek God on your own. Those that seek shall find. Those that don't will regret. God bless you all.
81 card. Okay, Donald Trump. He's the charismatic man with the blonde hair. You always look at the faces that he makes, the things that he says. You remember Donald Trump. He's very charismatic. Next one we have here is Backlash. Barack Obama. Everyone hated Barack Obama. He was hated by the seniors. He was hated by the blacks. He was basically backlash from all communities. He always appeared like he wanted to do the right thing. However, it didn't work out for him for whatever reason. This card here is George Bush. Okay, now what this is about the secret agency. Well, George Bush, after 2001, 9/11, started all these different agencies, all types of secret spying agencies. And you notice how the man's spying in there. I'm going to give you a side-by-side, George Bush and the man in there. Notice the hairline, notice the chin, everything. It's the drawing of George Bush, okay? Next, I'm going to show you, this is Bill and Hillary Clinton. Bill and Hillary Clinton, notice how she's holding him around the neck. Well, they have bizarre sexual, I believe these are 95 cards, but they have bizarre sexual rumors that they're involved with Pizzagate. Bill Clinton, if you know about Epstein, well, he was said to, Donald Trump said that he had him going to Epstein's private island where he was raping children.
President Trump is meanwhile defending his decision to promote an online conspiracy theory tying the Clintons to the death of Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, he's a very highly respected conservative pundit. He's a big Trump fan. That was a retweet. That wasn't from me. That was from him. But he's a man who has 500,000 followers, a lot of followers, and he's respected. Do you really think the Clintons are involved in Jeffrey Epstein's death? I have no idea. I know he was on his plane 27 times, and he said he was on the plane 4 times. But when they checked the plane log, Bill Clinton, who was a very good friend of Epstein, he was on the plane about 27 or 28 times. So why did he say 4 times? And then the question you have to ask is, did Bill Clinton go to the island? Because Epstein had an island, and that was not a good place as I understand it, and I was never there. So you have to ask, did Bill Clinton go to the island? That's the question. If you find that out, you're going to know a lot.
So Rick Tyler, he promoted it once by retweeting it to his 63 million or so followers on Twitter and pouring gasoline on it yesterday, standing there in front of Marine One.
Well, it's just extraordinary. I mean, you have this suicide of a pedophile, a predator, who both Bill Clinton and Donald Trump were friends with, and Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, the President of the United States, decides that his friend Bill Clinton was far worse than he was. See, I just went to a few parties with it, but he, after all, was on the plane 27 times, maybe 26 times, probably 27 times, and went to the island. He went to the island. You got to ask him about the island. So it's just clear, diversionary tactics. He thinks Jeffrey Epstein hurts him because there's a lot of pictures going around of them together. And he wants to change the narrative that the story's got to be all about Bill Clinton. It can't be about him.
Okay, now here you go. You got pizza for the secret meeting, Pizzagate. Notice, like, there's bites in you have a full mushroom, then you have one bitten out of it, full pepperoni, another one's bitten out of it, then it's got the flying saucer on there. Okay, they only have a couple different cards with food on them, Frankenfoods, and a couple other. There's 4 altogether. But pizza for the secret meaning, Pizzagate. That's what it's telling you. I'll go into. Went into it deep in my book, Taste from the Wine of Astonishment. But I'm going to be making a video in regards to it. All right, now here we go with Hillary Clinton, chain letter. What does chain letter mean? Okay, that's a reference to. When her emails were picked up, people were getting a chain letter. What you do is, in a chain letter, you get a letter, and then you spread it on to 5 people. And then those 5 people each spread it on to 5 people. So that's how a chain letter works, and that's how she got exposed for Pizzagate and brought into it. Notice how she's laughing. Well, Hillary Clinton had crazy laughing episodes. I remember there was this one girl coming up to her at by a train, and she just laughed at the girl. The girl's just looking at her so bizarre. But there's several videos of her just in crazy laughing spurts. Here's another one that George Bush with the broccoli. If I have the video, I may add it into here, maybe not. But the broccoli video is something, this came out in '81, and then his broccoli thing was like '89, about him saying that my mother used to force me in eating broccoli. I don't eat it now that I'm an adult. And then you got the Ronald Reagan card, where he's a trained baboon, and you see the fascism eagle on the back of his chair. Okay, so that's the cards, the president's cards that are added into the Illuminati card game.
Wrote about this time that I did not like broccoli, that I never liked broccoli. And now that I was President of the United States, I was never eating it again. It caused a huge stir, and I still hear about it today.
There are truckloads of broccoli at this very minute descending on Washington.
The donation and delivery to the White House were prompted by a statement recently made by President Bush that he disliked the vegetable.
My family is divided. I do not like broccoli. And I haven't liked it since I was a little kid. And my mother made me eat it. And I'm President of the United States. And I'm not going to eat any more broccoli.